those types of situations, but that is consistent with what happened in the Merseyside derby earlier on today.
Yeah, position of the arm is what is very much focused on. David Raya yet to save a Premier League penalty. Cole Palmer put his at Burnley to the goalkeeper's left. Cole Palmer scores! Scoring in the rain, and boy are they happy again. They haven't scored in their last 2 home matches. It's the first goal in the Premier League Arsenal have conceded on the road this season. Palmer keeping his cool, and Saliba's mistake comes back to bite Mikel Arteta's side.
Well, he was calm, Cole Palmer. They've been the better team, Chelsea, in this first 15 minutes. Raya dives the other way. And Mudryk just gets across.
And they don't have rhymes. Yo,
Saliba.
The England coach is tracking him, bro.
Just panicking a little bit and just lunges forward.
Yeah, it's a handball. It's a
and I can
penalty,
see that being an action of a defender. When you lunge forward, your arm just come up. Do it in your front room at home. You can't keep your arms down by your side when you actually are trying to jump and lunge, but it's whether it's just that little bit too high, and there's no doubt that off the one earlier and what referees are currently doing, they're going to give penalties for it.
I don't try too many headers in my front room, Gary. But the penalty taker, you might say, cold, calm and collected. Palmer giving Chelsea a 1-0 lead here, and putting Arsenal under some early pressure.
But the thing is, I mean, honestly, I know it's a long time ago, but I always was told you jump with your arm up to protect yourself against a head hitting you, or for leverage. You always had your arm sort of level with your sort of shoulder when you're going to head the ball. That's just what you do. It's what a defender does, and we're going to see a lot more penalties because defenders are going to have to get out of the habits of a lifetime, even defenders playing in 2023.
Well, it's been a nagging issue, really, handball, for the lawmakers, getting the wording of the law right, and this business about the arm being in an unnatural position, extended from the body, is what they tend to sort of home in on now.
Yeah, and I think that's fine from when you're blocking a shot, but I think when you're going up for a header, it's a different situation for me. And we've seen this nonsense of defenders having their hands behind the back when they're sort of trying to block a cross. That's a nonsense as well. They should be able to have their arms down by the sides, but when you're going up for a header, you do use your arms and you do get a hand up to naturally jump higher.
Bro, if I get copyrighted, I just get copyrighted, dog. I don't really care,
It's been given, and it always will be given, I think, now, although I personally don't agree with it.
What? No, agree with that penalty, bro?
It's the first penalty that Arsenal have conceded since last April in the Premier League. And it puts them under pressure here.
Chelsea have been better, that is no doubt. Arsenal haven't got going yet.
The side unbeaten, their longest unbeaten start in some 16 years. Here's Saliba, back by Jesus. Here's Ben White.
They just can't get the ball through midfield. They have tried it there now and then. He's played it out.
Bro, what Arsenal do, bro?
Chelsea fans relishing
Jorginho is shit, you know.
Returning man who has put it out.
I don't know people rate Jorginho, you know.
Time to get on the half turn and punch it forward through the lines.
Back by Fernandez. Here's Colwell. Launched by Colwell into no area from which Chelsea can immediately profit, although Raya is being very trusting of his footwork again.
What's the keeper doing, bro?
Another miss kick from Levi Colwell. Here's William Saliba. Now Zinchenko. Says Martinelli. Arsenal really yet to get their attacking players into the game.
No, can't get the ball into Ødegaard or Rice, but they have now.
There's a promising ball played through by Zinchenko, and a ball across that would have been tempting had anyone been close enough to take advantage of it.
It wasn't one thing or the other from Declan Rice at the end. They hadn't got him involved at all, but all of a sudden he finds himself in a fantastic position. It's a strange technique. He goes with the outside of his right boot, which tells you he's trying to sort of guide it into the path. The way he's looking of Jesus, but it ends up well in front of him. First time we've seen him really in the game.
A good international break with England. Here's Martin Ødegaard. Himself outnumbered. Here's Zinchenko. Now Rice. Martinelli. Rice trying to power his way through again. Caicedo offering a bit of defensive support.
Yeah, better from Arsenal in this last couple of minutes. Declan Rice involved. Higher up the pitch.
Well, any title chase is going to be littered with bumps along the way. This is certainly one for Arsenal to which they will have to try and react. Saliba in particular having given away the penalty kick. Sanchez went down and earned the referee's sympathy. Pochettino, the fourth Chelsea manager that Mikel Arteta has faced.
Arsenal losing against Chelsea. Can't say anything still because money on my side.
Here's Gabriel.
Can't say anything about that.
Rice.
Pochettino.
There's Colwell.
And Kunku is out.
Caicedo sold his man a bit short. Here's Ødegaard. Comes to nothing. All that Martinelli had to go for.
It's an interesting challenge from Thiago Silva.
Oh.
He lunges in.
Oh.
Straight legged.
Oh, that challenge is crazy. Oh.
Sweeps that final sort of right leg.
Rain falling, bro.
The ball.
Rough.
Good job, he got something on the ball.
Well, certainly wasn't done any favours by Caicedo with the ball played back. There was an invitation for Martinelli to go for it. Conditions must make it difficult judging those challenges as well.
Yeah.
Yo, the rain is pouring, bro.
Here's Mudryk. Now Jorginho.
Oh, yo.
Who was pulled back by
Enzo
Fernandez. Arsenal have got on with the free kick quickly. Saliba took it to Zinchenko, and here's Jorginho.
I think Chelsea's attacking shape is just causing Arsenal a few problems. It's splitting the centre-backs, Saliba and Gabriel.
As is the current way, Arsenal not playing with Zinchenko as an orthodox left-back. He's slotted into more of a midfield central role. Sanchez came, hesitated, Jesus got there, and the goal as unguarded. Needed a better clearance than that, really, from Caicedo. Jorginho, though, couldn't find Bukayo Saka at a time when Chelsea were just flapping a bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Sanchez was doing. There's no doubt Arsenal last 5 minutes have been a lot better. There you go. He's starting to get on the ball.
Here's Saliba. Now Jorginho. This is Bukayo Saka. White with the ball across. Jesus.
Really?
Well, Thiago Silva made sure he stuck to it.
You actually control that there, bro.
Yeah, he did well. He's experienced, Thiago Silva. Sometimes there you can get too tight and get rolled. Jesus tries that. He just gets a yard off him and then comes forward for the block.
Into his 40th year now, but still played every Premier League minute. Thiago Silva.
Yeah, it's incredible what he's doing.
Saka's corner. Good for now by Colwell. No pathway through there for Jesus. Cucurella cleared. Sterling stopped for now by Jorginho, but Gusto takes up the running. Martinelli tracks back brilliantly.
Yeah, Martinelli's pace.
Gives away a free kick in the end.
Yeah, he's done so well initially, but then his frustration at having the ball taken off him, and he just couldn't let it go. Gusto's no slouch. Martinelli, absolutely brilliant in that first bit, then just probably gets a little bit carried away.
Yeah, no need to fall there, bro.
And then ego takes over.
Mudryk was so close, it seemed, to joining Arsenal before Chelsea stepped in. Takes this free kick. Cleared in the end, although for a moment Colwell looked free, but couldn't pick him out. Gallagher's just taken a blow to the face from that ball, and Arsenal looking to break, but nothing there for Saka
almost
to pick off. Actually, might have been just below the face. He's a bit winded, Gallagher. Well, this hiatus has given Mikel Arteta an opportunity that he clearly wanted to take to reinforce some messaging. Even though Cole Palmer scored a penalty in the last game, it wasn't clear-cut that he was going to take this one. It looks as though there was a bit of a debate, Gary.
Yeah, it always amazes me when this isn't sorted out before the game and Fernandez looks like he has to just intervene and say, Raheem, Cole Palmer's having it. I think it puts more pressure on the taker when that happens. Thankfully for him, he scores. And Raheem Sterling congratulates.
Sterling's penalty record isn't the greatest anyway. He's missed 4 of the 7 he's taken in the Premier League. Here's Gallagher. Sterling was free, but he's gone the other way to Palmer, who gets his shot away, and he's only narrowly wide.
Well, look, we were surprised at Cole Palmer, his position in this game, but he's causing problems, real problems. He's just running there. And Gabriel, just 2 or 3 yards off him. He just takes the shot early through the legs. It's past Raya. Past the post.
Cole Palmer's already scored twice now against Arsenal this season. He scored for City against them in a Community Shield that they ended up losing on penalties. Now he has himself scored from the spot against them in the Premier League.
It's really interesting football when you think that those two centre-backs, Saliba and Gabriel, were outstanding against the best striker in the world, possibly in Erling Haaland a couple of weeks ago. They're not actually playing against anyone today. They just got Cole Palmer and Gallagher off them, and yet they're finding it really difficult.
Have shown the promise of a response, and corners have in recent times been a fairly productive route for Arsenal to get a goal.
Yeah, and this grouping way beyond the back post is a regular thing, those 4 players lined up.
Martinelli and Ødegaard involved in the taking of this corner before it's eventually pulled back all the way to Jorginho. They've gone a long way round here. Gabriel, whose goal here last season stemmed from a corner, could make nothing of that, and Primier trying to lead a Chelsea breakout. Nothing there for Martinelli to feed on.
Well, they've got a good record here, Arsenal, but this is tough for them. This first half an hour. And Chelsea and the crowd are up for this game. A bit to think about.
Arsenal have won their last 3 matches against Chelsea. Their last one at home in May was off the back of a defeat by Manchester City. And into this one off the back of a win against Manchester City, but it's a former City man in Cole Palmer who's put them behind. Chelsea's record in this fixture has been poor of late. Their last 2 wins against Arsenal in the Premier League have in fact both come at the Emirates. Here's Rice. Now Saliba.
Gallagher, Palmer, Casado and Enzo Fernandez doing a really good job. Really good job defensively as well as causing problems going forward the other way.
Silence the critics.
Blocking a lot of the sort of passes into midfield where Zinchenko, Ødegaard and Rice are.
Fernandez. Colwell.
Just to silence the critics.
Here's Gabriel. Zinchenko. This is White. Ødegaard.
When they defend it's like a 4-4-2 with Casado and Fernandez and then Palmer and Gallagher in front of them. You see it there, that shape. Fernandez just coming out, he'll slip back in now to make that 4-4-2.
It's a rigid formula that Arsenal are struggling to break down at the moment.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't think they expected it. Arsenal either.
Saka. Now White. There's the distance out to Gabriel Jesus. Sterling, who won it back in the first place. Casado trying to hurry Sterling along, but Gabriel there with a header.
They just look hurried. Gabriel and Saliba so composed this season, good defensive record, but they're unsettled in this game. And conditions aren't helping, but Chelsea have definitely got into their heads in this first 35 minutes.
Here's Primier. Back by Levi Colwill. Chelsea with just the one home victory in the Premier League since Mauricio Pochettino took over when they beat Luton. Here's Zinchenko. Picked up by Fernandez. Caicedo finds Mudryk. This is Fernandez again. Rice holding up the Argentina World Cup winner. Odegaard trying to keep him at bay as well.
Oh, it's really good. Chelsea dominating midfield. Caicedo and Fernandez are not giving Odegaard and Rice a kick at this moment in time.
Caicedo. Thiago Silva. This is Colwill. Primier. Now by Saka.
I think he showed him enough of the ball to have a little nibble. I think he was entitled to go for that. He's just hesitated a little bit. Cucurella.
Launching one, looking for Mudryk. Fernandez took a risk that might come back to haunt him, but risky from Gusto is something he gets away with. Here's Palmer. Aiming for Fernandez, who got the flick. It's Conor Gallagher!
Been giving us offside, but look at the two centre-backs, Arsenal, just getting split. And then Fernandez runs into it. Saliba comes across, he's not there. He's offside, Gallagher, but again, another example of how there's Chelsea players in that box. Palmer, Gallagher, Fernandez and Caicedo are causing real problems.
Arsenal centre-back pairing not looking at ease at the moment. Here's Saliba. Odegaard.
I always thought it was the ultimate test. You play in the Premier League 25 years ago, you'd always have a direct opponent up against you, and then you go into Europe and you'd end up playing against nobody, and you get impatient and go and search, move into midfield as a defender to try and sort of search for players, and sometimes it's the wrong thing to do, and that's what Arsenal's defenders are finding themselves in that position today. They just don't know where to go when Chelsea have got the ball and they haven't got anyone to pick up directly. They're still looking for Erling Haaland to play directly against them.
Instead it's former teammate of Haaland who they've got to be wary of today. They wouldn't have expected Cole Palmer, I'm sure, to have been playing in that position. Rice. Here's Zinchenko. Saliba. Saka. Mudryk finding himself converged upon. This team may have been taken by surprise by Palmer operating as, if we can call him that, the false nine. But somehow he and his team have got to find a way around it. Colwell. Here's Saliba. Jorginho.
You just know when Ødegaard is there, the number 8 for Arsenal. Just trying to find space. They just can't get it through to him. Because I always think Arsenal, when they're playing well, he's involved in most of the good things.
Here is Ødegaard. Sweeps it on directly, and Jesus had gone the other way.
Oh, that was the perfect position for him.
Well, he was the difference when Arsenal beat Chelsea on home soil at the back end of last season with 2 goals. Certainly won't want to give him a sight of goal despite his low-profile start to this fixture.
One Chelsea player that's just looked a little unsettled is the goalkeeper, Sanchez. A couple of nervy moments.
Just throw out that's given Arsenal this spell of possession. This is White. Now Zinchenko. Martinelli. Jorginho. Jesus being drawn towards the ball, but Caicedo tracked him. Jorginho hoping to get him behind Cucurella where Saka was lurking. And Jesus trying the first time hit. Martinelli does his best and does keep it in. Here's Rice. A deflection on its way through to Sanchez. Chelsea survive. Here's Fernandes. By Sterling, an audible groan around because the Chelsea fans just felt their team was making decent progress to try and threaten that Arsenal goal again.
Yeah, I think it's the right thing by Raheem Sterling. Just reset, just get control of the ball again. You want it to be end-to-end. You're 1-0 up, you're controlling the game, you're a few minutes away from half-time.
Sterling, Sanchez is looking for. Grappling maybe from Gabriel, but nothing untoward. We've got some more action for you later tonight. Our Saturday night football, Sheffield United against Manchester United. That kicks off at 8 o'clock on Sky Sports Premier League. And further action over the weekend. We're at Villa Park tomorrow, Super Sunday. Aston Villa against West Ham from 3:30. And we've got another all-London clash for you in our Monday night football with Spurs up against Fulham from 6:30. Spurs and Arsenal, the 2 unbeaten records in the Premier League so far, but is Arsenal's about to go here? Colwell to Cucurella. This is Thiago Silva. A flick on from Cole Palmer, and Sterling looks to break away. Gusto goes for goal himself.
It was really good from Chelsea. A wonderful little touch. Again, Gabriel goes in, can't get anywhere near Cole Palmer, who just flips it round the corner. We know Sterling's got the beating of Zinchenko. And then just Gusto, he's not actually set Raya in a good position to save that if he gets it on target.
It's already been a decent week for Malo Gusto, who's just made his international debut, a little over a week ago in fact. Came on late in the French match against the Dutch, which they won 2-1. Jesus linking up with Zinchenko, then running into the brick wall that is Thiago Silva.
Yeah, he saw the danger, Thiago Silva. He wasn't letting ball and man go through. Caicedo just got 1-2'd in midfield. It was poor from him, brilliant from Arsenal. And then Thiago Silva just thought, we're in 44 minutes. I'm stopping the game.
Whether that stoppage is enough to get Chelsea to half-time with their lead remains to be seen. Can Arsenal make something of this? Ødegaard, who's had a quiet night so far, takes this free kick and spots Rice peeling away. But they weren't exactly on the same wavelength because he'd broken too early. The flag was up against him for offside.
He tries to bend his run. Just not enough. I think it's been a good half this from Maurizio Pochettino. The coach has set his team up really well. It's caused Arsenal problems. Can they cap it off with a second?
Here's Raheem Sterling showing great determination. He's gone down. The referee doesn't seem too convinced by that, but yet again it will be looked at by VAR, who awarded the original kick in this half.
Raheem Sterling himself didn't complain too much.
Sterling was squeezing between two players, Martinelli and Zinchenko. Didn't seem too much in it, and the check is complete. Here's Ødegaard. He's always stretching to bring that in. Cucurella looks for Sterling.
Where's the strikers? They're trying to arrive.
Here's Palmer. Fernandes urged to have a go, and it's straight at David Raya.
No, Fernandes, he was digging it out of a bunker. This is the one that Raheem Sterling just tries to squeeze through the middle of Zinchenko and Martinelli. Zinchenko gets a good toe in at the end.
Not too much in that, despite Sterling's best attempts to earn for Chelsea another penalty. Saliba with the switch. Here's White. Well, Arsenal's unbeaten start in the Premier League under threat here. They held off Manchester City to win their last game, but they've fallen behind to a 4-match Tomiyasu. This is Declan Rice. Jorginho looking for White. Odegaard reaching out for him, but not getting there, and that gives Gallagher a chance to get Chelsea on the front foot. Mudryk takes over. And he completely catches the goalkeeper off guard! And the man who Arsenal wanted has bitten against them here by catching David Raya completely by surprise.
Well, I was just about to say that Chelsea's defending is the best I've seen it for a long time as a team. They were really patient. Arsenal had probably about a minute on the ball. We'll talk about him shortly. But they do it really well. They get bodies around the ball and then they spring off. Watch Mudryk here as he comes on the outside. He's a flying machine. His position, Raya, is not good enough. He's far too far forward. That is not good from the Arsenal goalkeeper. That should not end up in the back of the net. It's meant as a cross for Raheem Sterling from Mudryk. He doesn't mean to chip him, but the fact that he can chip him isn't right. And it puts Chelsea 2-0 up. A real test this now for Arsenal.
Mykhailo Mudryk scoring his first goal at Stamford Bridge. He had a real problem in front of goal until he scored at Fulham last month. Well, now he's got another in a London derby, and the big London derby for him. Raya will be unsettled by that. There's been a lot of scrutiny anyway on the Arsenal goalkeeper.
Yeah, his last 3 games, including this one, haven't been good. And you've now got that dilemma where you've got the other keeper. Obviously, he's not here today, Ramsdale, for family reasons, but he'll be asking the question, knocking on the manager's door. Any chance, boss?
Ramsdale absent today because he has just become a father.
I think Mudryk and Sterling have been very good. They're a wide form of a split striker.
Here's Saka. Ball in towards Jesus. There's Martinelli. Jorginho. This is White.
He just can't punch through that Chelsea midfield at all and get it into spaces where it hurts. Trying.
Here's Martinelli. Jesus bidding to get there. Gallagher does. Cleared by Caicedo. So far, that Chelsea defence proving an impenetrable barrier. Tomiyasu. Jorginho.
Mudryk's defensive position then is really good. He's stopping the pass going into Odegaard and then he's out wide. He might be needed.
Saka with the ball across, and Sanchez just getting a touch to take it away from immediate danger. Here's Martinelli. Gabriel. Saliba. And Mudryk shows no way through, and here's the chance for Chelsea to break again.
Yeah, Mudryk's defensive position again, fantastic.
There's Gabriel Jesus. Jorginho.
He's got them really organised here, Maurizio Pochettino. Really well drilled. From minute one, it's caused Arsenal a problem. In possession and out of possession. I mean, it's a basic 4-4-2 to defend, but it's just two midfield players playing as strikers in those defensive roles.
Sado is dispossessed. Rice. Martinelli. Got a deflection off Thiago Silva for the corner.
Yeah, slams the floor, Martinelli, because he knows he's done really well initially. This is where he's brilliant, and you fancy him. Doesn't get it really. Doesn't get hold of the shot. And that's what he's annoyed about.
Sense of urgency about Arsenal now as they look for a road to recovery. Going to take a slips, and Sanchez just getting a hand to it, claiming he was impeded.
No, he wasn't. He's just got to settle down, Sanchez.
Whoa.
I always think when a goalkeeper's flapping and sort of getting emotional, I don't like it. He's not done anything wrong there, Ben White. He's almost fighting himself, the goalkeeper.
He wasn't looking comfortable at all. Ben White has made his own case for innocence, not that it really needs to be made.
You just want a goalkeeper to be strong and composed and dominate these situations.
Well, all the way across towards Gabriel, who did score here last year, but no joy. Two Spanish goalkeepers who've taken up the position at their respective clubs this season.
He's too far forward. There's no doubt about that. He's probably a yard too far off his line. There, he's beyond the near post. That it just isn't right. Why is there? Well, we have to ask him.
Well, I know somebody who will be asking him, and that's his goalkeeping coach, Iñaki Caña, who worked with him previously at Brentford. Never underestimate the voice of a goalkeeping coach in a decision, because his opposite number, Robert Sanchez, followed Ben Roberts here from Brighton. But both goalkeepers have had awkward moments. It's Reyes that's been more costly at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, look, the weather isn't great, but that's nothing to do with the weather. It's not as if it's bounced off the surface or caused a problem that way.
There's Tomiyasu. Now Martinelli. Gusto. Pull back, but progresses anyway. Losing out to Declan Rice. Martinelli wins for Arsenal. Another corner, and we've seen before that this is an area where they can put real pressure on an uncomfortable goalkeeper.
I just wonder whether all those four big lads that keep sort of going round the back there, they are moving towards Sanchez. I would get right on top of him. Just move across his eye line. Look at him.
He's looking for trouble. Martinelli with the ball in. Cucurella deals with it. Jorginho's onto it with a hit. And it's Jorginho again, then Tomiyasu.
That's a corner. Oh no, they're not seeing it. I thought he just got a clear deflection off one of the Chelsea players as it came back. Oh, it did.
Could even have been a double.
I mean, it was a massive deflection.
Yeah, that was a massive deflection. The referees are blind, bro.
Well, he wants his team to keep their cool while at the same time doing something to unsettle a Chelsea team that, off the back of that second goal scored by Mykhailo Mudryk, have been put in a far more comfortable
They're
position.
seriously blind, bro.
A huge win this would be for Maurizio Pochettino if his team can see it out. Oh, awful error! Ball given away, and this time Raya gets away with it, makes it up against Cole Palmer, acknowledges his error. But that could have been a disaster for the Arsenal goalkeeper.
Look, he worried me in the first half against City. And I have to say, he's just struggling a little bit here in this period of the game. He knows that goal, that second goal that's gone in his net is his.
I don't know what he's doing,
his
bro.
mistake management isn't quite there yet.
Crazy, dog.
It's a pressure job.
Arsenal lost this
Goalkeeping
game.
at top clubs in the country.
They can't win this game. The keeper is doing
that out.
All Chelsea has to do now is shoot.
Mudryk pulls the corner back towards Cole Palmer. Flag is up.
Offside. Yeah, no, you would.
Colwell it was, he'd straight into that position.
Yeah, he was just always stood in there. They got out well, Arsenal. Colwell just had done a little bit better, I felt. He could have got out and just gone back in. Just step out and then come back into it, and he misses anyway.
Here's Rice. Jorginho.
I think it's really interesting this game now with half an hour to go. It's what Chelsea needed, this type of performance against a big team. It's what I think Arsenal need to demonstrate that they can overcome.
Football can be quick to judge, and there were a lot already starting to doubt the project under Pochettino with the start that they made, but it's always going to take time to settle, just as Mikel Arteta was afforded time at Arsenal.
What is up with Arsenal, bro?
Did help Arteta that he won a trophy in his first season in charge against Chelsea in the FA Cup.
It's interesting, that Chelsea line looks like it's too far forward. It needs to step back. It has to look like they're outnumbering them at the back, and the gaps look too big.
Nah, bro, that's good.
Cucurella needs to come back. Cole will come back a little bit. They just look like they're going to be under the ball.
Playing the high line, that's good.
They are doing now.
Ødegaard to try and unlock that Chelsea back line.
All of them just need to stay on the line.
You want to put it on Gusto, don't you? And Gallagher there near the back post.
As it was the middle, Sanchez was second best in getting to it.
Honestly, he flattens him. The goalkeeper's nowhere near it. He absolutely flattens.
Yeah, bro, I think in the match, bro.
Arsenal player and his own player.
The link is working for you, bro.
This is crazy, the two players down.
Let's see what the keeper does here.
And he's nowhere near it.
Bro, he's nowhere near the ball. It's not a foul, but...
Absolutely clatters into his own player, but also into Jesus.
Bro, what's wrong with these keepers, dog? Keeper them do in?
Just making sure that Gabriel Jesus hasn't been too disorientated. Well, there's no Aaron Ramsdale here today because of his personal commitments, but more questions are going to be raised about the decision to put this man in.
Yeah, I mean, he started well, didn't he? But then that Champions League game, followed by the first half against City, now this game. It's getting hot for him. He's got that look on his face like, help.
And that's the nature of being a goalkeeper. It's such an exposed position.
Oh, it is, honestly. I say it's the toughest position to play. And certainly when you're at the biggest clubs in the league, the most scrutiny, particularly if you're a new goalkeeper. And look, Mikel Arteta's created that, let's be clear. By Ramsdale and Raya situation, it's unusual. And he says it can work. I never believed it could. And I think we see in front of our eyes the challenges that exist, because now there is going to be pressure. Well, Ramsdale hadn't done a lot wrong at the start of the season. And Raya has started to now make mistakes.
raise some
But
big
no, bro, I
questions
can't
for
share the screen, bro.
matches ahead. Arsenal back in
A
Europe.
link in the description,
In
bro.
Sevilla. Sheffield United to come next weekend, and then Newcastle and Burnley to follow in the league before the next international break. Gabriel Jesus spent a little while off the pitch, but is back on now.
We never see Jesus and Nketiah together, do we? We never see Mikel Arteta sort of play two up top. I just wonder whether, just to change the flow of this game, he could get Havertz up there or Nketiah with Jesus and have the four up front, because they're struggling through midfield, and you wonder whether they can just get it forward a little bit quicker. You see, not one shot on target for Arsenal, which is incredible.
Not one
Team
shot
with
on
the talent
target,
out
bro.
on the pitch.
What
It's
the
not just the fact they
fuck?
haven't got a shot on target, they can't get the ball into Ødegaard or the front players at all, hardly. So I think something's got to change quickly.
Gallagher and Palmer applying the pressure first to goalkeeper, then to Saliba.
Arsenal lost this game, bro. Huh. Don't really care still.
Given away again by Arsenal. Here's Caicedo. Sterling. There's Gusto. Thiago Silva.
Yeah, bro.
Declan Rice. From Saka. Here's Gabriel. Now Martinelli. Jesus with the cross, but Cucurella deals with it for now.
It's a good cross, it's really good work, but there should be Arsenal players flying across the goalkeeper, flying across defenders.
Well, Chelsea are going to make a substitution before the corner. Nicholas Jackson is coming on. The player coming off has had his moment, and what a moment for Mykhailo Mudryk.
Yeah, it's taken some time for him. There's still a long way to go, but today it's a good stepping stone in the right direction for Mudryk. A little bit of good fortune, I'm sure he means to cross that to the back post, but his arms are aloft and the Chelsea fans celebrate with him and they give him a standing ovation.
Well, he looked a lost soul around the time of his last meeting with Arsenal back in May. Different story now. And Nicholas Jackson, who during the international break has had surgery on that right wrist, on which he still has the splint, comes on for the time that remains. And with Chelsea in control, but still not with the win cemented. Saka drifts in the corner. Gabriel's up there. Here's Martinelli. Rice. Gabriel. Cleared by Palmer, who was caught as he cleared it. But Chelsea on the front foot. Sterling rolls it into the path of Jackson. Raya hesitated, but made his move at exactly the right moment to take it from the striker's feet.
I think he did well there, Raya. So he had a very difficult second half, but there he came out and stopped and held his ground. If he'd have carried on coming out, I think it would have been penalty time.
Here's Jorginho. Saka with a cross.
Brilliant. Brilliant from Thiago Silva.
Sensed the danger and dealt with it. Here's Ødegaard. Jorginho. Martinelli. Now Jackson. Palmer. Word of encouragement for Cole Palmer. And a double change here for Arsenal.
Will we see Jesus and then Nketiah? Oh no, we won't.
A very quick answer from the fourth officials board, as Jesus is the man replaced by Eddie Nketiah, who did come back here and score a couple of goals in a victory a few seasons ago. And Emile Smith-Rowe has also had a decent record against Chelsea in his time. He scored in 2 of their last 3 wins here. But Smith-Rowe has been very much a peripheral figure at Arsenal in the Premier League in recent times. Sanchez finding gusto with his clearance. Here's Palmer. Bearing down on Tomiyasu, who stands his ground. Ryan made up for his earlier mishap with this.
Yeah, Raheem Sterling runs Saliba and then just slots it down the line, and he thinks of coming first time, but then stands his ground, patience. And just puts Jackson off. And that was good goalkeeping.
Nicholas Jackson has scored in 2 of Chelsea's 3 Premier League wins so far this season. Here's Mark Cucurella. By Gallagher. Here's Colwell.
Some good football.
Palmer. And for Sterling, but White and Saliba blocked him off. Here's Cucurella. Pulled across towards Sterling, who got the touch from Jackson, and Gabriel it was who stuck at it.
Good defending in the end from Gabriel, but really good play from Chelsea.
Chelsea's playing ball.
Just springing off them now on the counter-attack.
What?
I have to say, Palmer's been wonderful. He's dropping deeper now and dictating the game.
Gallagher. Taken away from him by his England colleague Declan Rice. Careless from Smith-Rowe. It's Palmer looking to bend one.
Yeah, our midfield 4 have been excellent. I include Cole Palmer in that, on the ball and off the ball. They've dominated Arsenal.
Well, for all their urgency, Arsenal have struggled to make inroads. They have won a free kick here. Cucurella has to watch his step. They're very much on the alert for dissent this season. And Chris Kavanagh wisely telling him to calm down before issuing him with the yellow card anyway.
Saka's just sharp. Cucurella sees the ball, thinks he can get there.
20 minutes left. Can Arsenal find within themselves the stuff of potential champions to turn this one around? Saka with a lead from the front with the tackle, but Chelsea break free again. Caicedo to Palmer. Here's Gusto.
I think in moments like this for Chelsea you want composure, and Cole Palmer's upbringing at City will give him that. Just looks so graceful out there on the ball, and the sharpness around him of Gallagher and Caicedo and Fernandes, a real good blend.
Were you surprised City let him go to a potential rival in the long term?
Oh, it just shocked us all, didn't it? Because it was so late, and you're thinking it shocked us from a point of view of Chelsea. Why do they need another wide player, and then you're thinking from City's point of view, you thought he was really well fancied, but the price obviously worked.
Chelsea's
He's a good player, he's talented.
He very much fits the model of what Chelsea are trying to do here. They've shown financial muscle, but in doing so they've bought youngsters, given them long-term contracts.
I mean, that role he's playing is the one that Havertz would have wanted to play at Chelsea, I think, number 10. He's come a little bit wider now. He's coming to this sort of right side. Jackson's gone through the middle and Sterling to the left. But for much of the game he was central.
Here's Tomiyasu. Here's Saliba.
Arsenal just haven't really changed anything. It's just been more of the same.
Rice. Smith Rowe. This is Rice.
It's been really good today for Chelsea. I mentioned it with Mudryk before, but Sterling's just done it. Is the positions defensively of the wide players when the ball's on the opposite side. They're working really hard.
Sterling thought he was in a good position then to get Chelsea back to
front,
but he'd overrun it. Rice.
Good switch.
Martinelli.
Take him.
To ease away from Gusto, who stuck pretty doggedly to his task. Gabriel. Snaps in with a tackle.
Yeah, fantastic from Chelsea. He just jumps out.
Ooh.
Gabriel retaliates. What they've had today, Chelsea's midfield players who've tackled. Sometimes you get midfield players who just shuffle across trying to block spaces. Really got up to the ball and won it back.
It's 5 years since Chelsea last recorded a home win against Arsenal. They actually let a 2-0 lead slip during that game and won it with a goal from Marcus Alonso in the last 10 minutes. But Arsenal still to carry a serious threat to this 2-0 deficit. Here's Gallagher. Now Enzo Fernandez. Caicedo.
Arsenal just looks dead, bro. Like, to be honest, they just look dead.
Here's Thiago Silva. Now Gusto. Gallagher. Primier with a cross, which Saliba stabs to safety for now.
Maurizio Pochettino will be watching this and thinking, this is the standard you've set. You can't drop below it now. This type of performance will win you a lot of matches. So they can repeat it week in, week out.
Man of the match.
Gain that consistency.
Ben White.
say that with probably 15-20 minutes to go, including injury time, because they're still in this game.
Rice!
Oh no.
Oh, it's another horrible moment for a goalkeeper. A clearance from Sanchez, giving Rice the whole goal to aim at. And the former Chelsea academy man takes the opportunity, and suddenly Chelsea's lead is destabilised.
Oh, they were so comfortable in the game, but there was the but. Sanchez, as Ray had been at the other end, the real risk for the home team. And he's still got a lot to do, Declan Rice. He fires it in. It's that far corner. It's a brilliant strike. I was just about to say, with 15-20 minutes to go, Arsenal still can cause a problem in this game, and they just have, but Chelsea have caused their own.
Well, Declan Rice gives Arsenal hope. Leandro Trossard is on, and it's actually a double substitution. The Chelsea fans, before that Arsenal goal, had just been taunting the Arsenal supporters about never being able to say that they'd be champions of Europe, and the man who last made them champions of Europe has now come on to play for Arsenal against Chelsea.
And they were so comfortable in the game, they were in control through midfield, defensively so solid.
Yeah, bro.
But the moment of madness,
terrible mistake by keeper again, bro. Well, that's how it is. This is football.
20 minutes ago that Chelsea need this game, but Arsenal need testing as well, and if they can get back into this game and get points out of this match, well, that will be something, because they've been well beaten in performance terms.
Odegaard and Martinelli were the two players that Arsenal took off to get their replacements on.
Keeper.
You would think that Havertz would be fated as a hero here, having scored goals in the Champions League final and also the Club World Cup, which they won. But
honestly, though, Enzo's supposed to get the
way that it ended here for him, when he looked a very dispirited figure.
Take him.
Here's Raheem Sterling.
Dribble at them with pace.
Having just for a moment lost the initiative, Chelsea now find themselves needing a third goal to regain it. Arteta hoping that by taking Martinelli and Jorginho off, and Martin Odegaard off, sorry, that the difference will be made.
Odegaard is off. Whoa.
Well, swung in towards Thiago Silva, but it was just a little bit behind him. Palmer pulls it back. Gusto safely taken that time. His opposite number has given Raya and Arsenal an opening from which to put the embarrassment, certainly, of that second Chelsea goal behind them. Chelsea's home form has been on a downward spiral. Pretty much since just that win against Luton in that time.
Yeah, and this performance has been the best by a mile these Chelsea fans have seen, and they've responded to it. Even now, having conceded a goal,
the win.
Bridge still got a great atmosphere.
Final 10 minutes, and Reece James is set for a run out. It'll be his first since the opening weekend of the season.
Pick off Cucurella.
Running forward by Cucurella, and header out by Ben White. Arsenal with the need to keep it tight now, and not to go too gung-ho, with still plenty of time left. Cucurella. Rice. Rice loses out. Here's Conor Gallagher. Taken away from him by Havertz. Caicedo keeps it alive for Chelsea. Gusto. Here's Colwell. Sterling. He's timed his run. He needs some help in the middle, and just as Jackson was getting there, he couldn't furnish him with a cross anyway. Little Chelsea change coming up, with not only Reece James's return, but an introduction too for Noni Madueke. So off comes Raheem Sterling. Another positive performance from him.
Yeah, Mudryk, Sterling, dangerous all game. Just going to get some fresh legs on in those wide areas.
So Noni Madueke, who's coming on to take his place. Cole Palmer, who won the argument with Sterling to get the penalty, and it proved to be the right decision, is coming off, and Reece James, the new club captain at the start of the season, got injured in the first game after that against Liverpool, makes his comeback now in what is his 100th Premier League appearance. Cleared by Gusto. Wide by Havertz. Saka with a cross, and Trossard has equalised! The substitute reaps the required dividends for Mikel Arteta, and from being on the floor and 2-0 down, Arsenal have picked themselves up spectacularly.
What is happening?
Can you believe it?
Yo, that's... Bro.
They've been as bad as I've seen them, Arsenal. But that's a good sign. They've got the tops off. They turned into Geordies. This pass from Ben White's good. That unlocks that Chelsea midfield, and it gets Saka in play, and he just swings one into the back post. Gusto's just sleeping, and Trossard isn't. He's on the move. That little darting run in. It's a really good finish. Outside of his right foot, and we've got a game now in the last 5 minutes that Chelsea 10 minutes ago would not have believed. I wouldn't have believed.
While you were watching that replay, there was another moment of careless footwork from Sanchez. No one close enough then to profit, but Arsenal believe now. They really do believe. And Ketia! Right across the face! It's amazing how this game has transformed. He's come alive again.
Goodness gracious me. I said Arsenal needed it. This is why they needed it. They weren't playing well. Can you get something out of a big game when you're not playing well? They might get more than 1 point if they carry on.
Well, one substitute has scored, and Eddie Nketiah thought he might make his mark as well then, to follow up on that goal from Leandro Trossard. They thought this was going to be a very wet and miserable journey home, but suddenly it may not be within the stadium, but the sun is shining for them.
Honestly, when you see a comeback like this, I love looking at football fans celebrate. It was absolute bedlam in that Arsenal end.
Well, 4 goals in 3 different competitions now this season for Leandro Trossard. That one in terms of what it means to Arsenal, the pick of the bunch.
Well, that first goal didn't silence Stamford Bridge. That second one has. They're stunned. He's stunned. They played so well, but they're level.
Now they have to do it all again. Without their two goal scorers, Palmer and Mudryk, both having been substituted by Maurizio Pochettino. Sterling has gone too, so it's up to Chelsea's substitutes perhaps to make their mark.
Was there a mad game here many years ago between these two, and Kanu scored late on? Did he come back that day? Many years ago now.
Yeah. Been a few mad games between these two down the years, and this looks like joining that collection. And Nketiah pulls it across. Colwell gets there. Suddenly a Chelsea defence that had looked rock solid is being picked apart.
Just the momentum of football matches when they swing like this, you just don't know how it can go from one extreme to the other, but it has, and it does.
Okay, gave possession away for this spell for Arsenal. Back from Saka. Here's Tomiyasu. Gabriel seeking out Trossard again. Nketiah just left one on Caicedo there, and that's going to bring him a yellow card.
They couldn't have been in a better position, the referee. He was only a few yards away from it, looking right at it. I think Caicedo jumps into it, if I'm being honest.
He's the one who's taken the punishment, Eddie Nketiah. Bold will Maurizio Pochettino be in his approach now? Do they try and win it all over again? Clearance by Gabriel. One of those again where ahead of kick-off you'd have said a point would have been a very good one for Chelsea, but losing the lead in the manner that they have will be a huge disappointment. Arsenal do have a habit of scoring key late goals. They got one in their last game against Manchester City. They've got a couple in injury time, didn't they, against Manchester United? So they've done it against both Manchester clubs already this season. Can they do it against their London rivals as stoppage time approaches? Here's Enzo Fernandez. There are 7 added minutes.
Good.
You're probably hoping for a 1 in front of that 7, were you?
Yeah, it's enjoyable. I think that's what you want.
Ben White has picked up a yellow card.
The way the game's gone, both teams just have to go for a win, and it's not a case of backing off. The atmosphere is too good in the stadium for them just to sit back and accept a point.
Smith Rowe. And again, Emil Smith Rowe. Cleared by Saliba. Madueke. White. Here's Gallagher. And White taking his time over the throw and eventually looking for Kai Havertz, who wins the header. Arsenal staged a dramatic comeback against Bournemouth at the tail end of last season. Havertz, Kukurea, given away to Tomiyasu. And here's Leandro Trossard, very much the man who's upset the apple cart for Chelsea. Now James Sanchez, whose clearance put his team under pressure first time out, doesn't reach his man this time either. White. He goes for goal and Sanchez is behind that one. James. Caicedo. Here's Enzo Fernandez, who gets it back from Jackson. Quite full for Madueke. Arsenal with enough back there, but now needing to get things moving at the other end. And Smith Rowe picks out a ball to Bukayo Saka. Nketiah makes his move towards the middle, but it's been covered by Thiago Silva.
Thiago Silva's understanding of the game is fantastic. It has to be, obviously. He's 40 years of age. His positioning is perfect.
Not quite 40, he's 39, but he's certainly in his 40th year. Here's Jackson, who goes for goal himself, and why not? Saka. Caicedo will probably be happy to just give Chelsea a bit of time to breathe and organise as they prepare to face up to an Arsenal free kick here. Certainly you're right, Moises Caicedo, to continue. Is there going to be more late drama this season involving Arsenal? That's the target. And the free kick given against the former Chelsea man.
Well, there was that discussion, wasn't there, at half-time about when you jump and where your arms are. Look at the arms of both players up, equal with the shoulders. That's the time to judge, obviously, sort of with the natural positions of arms. You can see them both there. That's why I think it's unfortunate, that penalty in the first half that Saliba gives away.
The breakthrough moment for Chelsea. Madrid got the second. It looked as though it was their day. Where's your vote going for the player of the match, Gary?
Yeah, it's going. I'm a bit fearful of giving it whilst the game's still going on, but it's him, Cole Palmer. I think he's been the outstanding player.
Well, the award to a Chelsea player, but will the spoils of this be shared by these two London rivals? Smith Rowe. Might be one chance for either side yet. We're into the final minute of stoppage time. It's Chelsea who've got the award of the free kick. Fernandes taking it quickly.
Yeah, it's the final minute of the 7, but I anticipate there might be a couple of minutes on top of that. There's just been some stoppages. The Caicedo injury where he went down for at least a minute.
Fernandes with the retake of the free kick eventually finds Gusto.
Oh, he's not.
Well, Arsenal's unbeaten record in the Premier League is still intact, but they were given a mighty scare by Mauricio Pochettino's Chelsea side. The 2 Old